What did you see from first day of practice? Was it yesterday or Sunday?
Yeah, yesterday was really good. Got a day off on Sunday, kind of rest our bodies after the road trip, and came back. And guys were as energized as I've seen them. We had tons of energy. We were flying around on defense, really working. So definitely encouraging seeing that yesterday.
How important is momentum going into the Pac-12 tournament, or does that get kind of overblown?
I think different teams react differently to it. I've always felt like momentum's been a huge thing, but then you look back like to my freshman year, and we got smoked at Washington State, and then we ended up winning the tournament. So I feel like if we could win these two games and start believing that we can win games against anybody in this league, then definitely something that could be huge for us going into the tournament.
Obviously, it's senior week for Tony. Where have you seen him grow most, and what do you see as like his legacy being here?
Just somebody who's really represented UCLA well, to the best of his ability, and obviously his personality is second to none, and everybody knows that. And he's worked. He's gotten better from his freshman year to every single year. He's improved his numbers every single year. Coming in as a guy who is overweight and came in and he lost a ton of pounds and just really worked to try to be the best player that he could be here, and I think he's done that.
You mentioned after the Stanford game that you thought everyone might not be on the same page. Have you addressed that in the days since?
Yeah, I think the coaches definitely did in film the other day, just looking at film and seeing some of just the silly, dumb mistakes that we were making on the defensive end. But you know, most of the time this year when we've lost games, it's been because we have been on different pages and not on the same page defensively mostly. And yeah, you know, I feel like yesterday, like you were asking about, we took a step in the right direction. I think everybody was very focused and very driven towards the same goal, and that was to serve Tony well in these last two home games that he has, and try to win these two games and get momentum going in the Pac-12.
When you say people aren't on the same page, is that people not knowing assignments, not doing assignments? Can you expand on that a little bit?
I wouldn't so much say knowing assignments, because I mean we're in February, now we're in March. At this point, I feel like everybody knows what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. But it's hard, you know. Teams take away certain things, they change things, they make tough shots, and it's hard to concentrate. And that's the biggest thing, is you got to be able to concentrate on every single play when you're playing against teams, especially in the Pac-12. To be able to win games, you have to be able to concentrate for the entire time, and that's something that's very hard to do, and we didn't do that against Stanford.
Movement on defense, you say, how do you get more consistent on defense?
Defense to me is all about effort. It's all about effort and wanting it more than the offensive team. I feel like on the offensive end, we work very hard, and that's why we're a pretty decent, pretty good offensive team. And then on the defensive end, we just got to work. We know our assignments. We know who we got to stop in each given game. We know what we're doing with ball screens, what we're doing off the ball, and we're drilled very hard by our coaches to do what we're supposed to do, and we just got to go do it.
Given that these are mistakes that have kind of plagued you guys all year, how do you fix them when there's so little time left in the season?
That's the hard part, is there isn't a whole lot of time, and I feel like we evaluated these mistakes early in the conference season, where we've been trying to work on them, we've worked on them, and we've shown improvement, but then sometimes we have setbacks, and that's something that you can't have, especially in conference play. You can't have setbacks like that. And going into this last week, we gotta be driven to make sure that we don't have any setbacks. Because at this point in the season, you gotta play your best basketball, and we haven't done that as of late, which is disappointing.
What do you guys need to do differently heading into this final week of the regular season?
I guess kind of just been preaching it all year. Just be consistent, you know, lock in, play D. You know, I think we have a great chance. I mean, early in the season, Kentucky, you know, Arizona, you know, compete with teams like that. I feel like, you know, we're more than capable of you know, especially going to the Pac-12 tournament, making noise, and starting these last two home games with a bang.
Since those big wins that you mentioned, do you feel like the team has progressed, has improved?
It's been up and down in some ways. I feel like a lot of guys they've grown into, you know, becoming, you know, a little bit better players. But definitely just been up and down season. and you just got to get it right from here on out.
What have the coaches done differently over the last few weeks to try and get you guys to play better on defense?
A lot of drills, just fighting pick and rolls, little competitive type of drills in terms of, whoever the loser of blue and gold, whoever loses, we have to run, things like that. Just getting on our case, yelling, typical as a coach. And just kind of just motivating us to play better defense for sure.
With defensive consistency this year, how much do you think of not being able to be consistent is the lack of depth maybe in the backcourt? Because you play great defense against Kentucky and Arizona, but both those games were after you kind of had a little bit of a rest before. It's usually the second games that you're top scorer and you're playing the whole game, guarding the best player usually.
Most definitely, and that's just coming from me just digging in, finding myself to get another stop while I'm tired, or to get another bucket while I'm tired, and count on my guys too as well to help me do those things.
You've been kind of getting the assignments that Norman probably would have got last year with big, like playing the big three guard. What adjustment has that been like for you?
I don't find it no different from like last year. Just come in and just play, really. Come in, play, do what coach asks, and just go about the game. Try to get wins, do whatever it takes to basically try to get a win, basically. So that's what I try to do.
Has this year definitely been more of a test on defense because you've gotten those assignments?
Almost definitely, especially with the new rule put in place. In terms of not touching guys. You got to be cautious of that because I can get in foul trouble very easily. But just like you said, dig in.
How does it feel going to your last couple of games here?
Feels good. It's a long time coming. It's a pretty good feeling. Feel sorry for you guys.
Coming in as a McDonald's All-American, is this longer than you initially expected to stay at UCLA?
It's college. Didn't really matter. I was talking to Alex Porthers last night, my brother at Kentucky. He was on my McDonald's team. We're talking about how fast it goes and just about college life. So it's cool. It's the same thing. It's basketball. Have fun with it.
What do you think are the most valuable things you've learned in the 4 years?
Just the game. Learning to play the game, working out in different ways, learning how to be effective during a long season. Because in summertime it's easy. You just grind as hard as you possibly can. During the season, you have to manage it. And I feel like that was one of the big things I learned.
What do you think your legacy will be?
Just a great guy. Coming lots of games played 133 games. That's a lot. Just, a couple Pac-12 championship, a regular season championship. Hopefully I can add to it in these last few months here.
What was the adjustment like for you, recruited by one coach, playing mostly for another coach?
It wasn't really adjustment. At the end of the day, it's just basketball, so it was pretty fun. Coach Alford's a great guy. I had a lot of fun time playing with him, or under him. I don't think he could play with me, or shoot with me, whatever he wants to say. You can tell him I said he's going to deny it, but he knows.
How did your experience here square with your expectations?
It was great. I loved LA. I got a lot of nice clothes coming out from Atlanta to here. The shopping's great. UCLA is great. I got to play with some great guys. Got to play with Bryce for 3 years. It's big time. Isaac was another guy I played with for a long, long time. Those are my guys, and I'm just looking forward to playing with them some more and getting as many games as I can out of them.
How much do you talk to guys from your recruiting class still for the UCLA class?
I talk to Kyle and Jordan every day. We talk every day. We just had a debate about Kanye album. Is it good enough? And what does it rank? We talk all the time. I talk to a lot of guys. Me and Julius Randle talk every other day. It's just a lot of guys that I've grown up playing basketball with that you just keep in touch forever.
Do Kyle and Jordan ask about the program, or do you ask them about the NBA?
No, we rarely talk about basketball. It's just that we've been playing it so long. I guess they play a lot of games, 82, and we play a lot of games, and I feel like they just need an outlet. So we go out to eat. We talk. Sometimes we talk basketball. Kyle and his weak, slow crossover. How it's a carry, and Jordan, he's a flopper. He always brings up how he flops all the time. So it's just fun to have guys like that in your corner and pulling for you.
What are your emotions going to be like on the second game against Oregon State?
I don't know. I think I'll be regular. I don't think I'm crying or anything. it's gonna be fun. I mean, it's gonna be my last time playing at UCLA. I mean, in the Pauley Pavilion, which is such a historic gym. So it's just gonna be a fun time for me. And just seeing, our coaches on the sideline at UCLA for the last time coaching me is gonna be good. So it's Coach Schilling last time yelling at me about defense in the Pauley Pavilion. So certain things that I'm gonna miss.